the man said, okay, you don't sell me, I'm going to come up with that. I'm going to come up with a company to compete you. We say, well, okay, welcome. And I'm going to share with you how does we build a business. I'm going to send you a starter kit. True enough, Rich was asked someone to send him a starter kit. And then after a few years, they met in the plane, flying, in the plane. And then he started to recognize the person. Then he started to ask the gentleman, hey, how's your direct selling? And that man looked at Rich, he said, you know what I said? You should know, my company already collapsed. Then Rich was so curious. Actually, Rich Stewart doesn't know that his company collapsed. And Rich answered back, didn't I ask someone to send you a starter kit? And the man using a finger to push a little bit of Rich Stewart, young man, I know you have been moving something away from the starter kits. You know the starter kit internationally is the same. We move nothing. See? Move nothing. But you see, starter kit is nothing inside. But there is the philosophy, there is the concept, there is the called integrity and honesty. It's there. The value is there. You see the point? So you see why we are so proud by building the Amway business. Now we know all this. You are proud. You know the objective of Amway. Correct enough? True enough? You see a lot of, and there's a story, I can tell you a lot of story about the company. I can tell you. Because I'm 30 years in the Amway business, and Rich was travel to Malaysia very often those days, So we adapt a lot of concept from him. There's a story when Amway expanded to Mexico. When Rich go and make a speech there, the reporter asked Rich, why you come here? We are so poor. Rich, how he answered? That's why you need us, that's why we are here. We are not coming to take away your thing, we are coming to share with you. You see? Different. And don't forget, Mexico once a country that's called, once was bankruptcy country, right? Not doing well, and there's time that political unstable, but Amway went. Why? Just to help. It's true. You see, if I am a businessman, if you are a businessman, I say, come, we start a business, go to the Afghanistan or political unstable or war. You want to go? You will never go. You see, Amway go because Amway, why they're so confident, went into all the country and they have a confidence in the near future it's going to make it successful. Why? Because Amway never leave their principle, offer the best business opportunity. Best business opportunity means what? Good products that your customer will love it and they spend the money worth it. Get me? Now, I don't know whether you believe in me or not. I'll tell you another story to edify you, to make you more confident. In Malaysia, there's one newspaper called Consumer Paper. This Consumer Paper are very interesting. They used to study all the product in the markets. And those some of the branded product they claim, they have such an ingredient. If they don't have, they will come up in the paper. Okay? And sometimes the products that is not justified, not fair in the pricing, they also come up in the paper. Now one of my downline, the uncle was working in the department of the research department because they have to study your product. Otherwise, they get sued by the company. They cannot simply make statement. The paper maybe can get sued, right? So one of the Chinese New Year, one of my distributors wanted to go back hometown with the uncle car. Then he went to the uncle lab and wait for the uncle. Then he saw, how come so many of the Amway product there? He was so curious, he asked the uncle, what happened to the Amway product? Got problem? Is there any problem? The uncle answered, if there's a problem, I will become rich. You get me? If there's a problem, we'll be good already. You can publish, but no problem. You get me now? So you see from there, you can see a lot of things, I got a lot of incident. In China, there's one province called Dalian. There's one government servant who was, his job is in charge of the environment. So when Amway started in Guangdong, the factory manufactured in the factory. So the whole country environment, the environmental person in charge was invited to visit the factory in Guangdong. So after visiting the Amway headquarters, office in China, so the company of Amway in China issued a card, a privilege card, to give each one of the people, and give to that person called Xu, Mr. Xu. Give everyone. Then talk to them now. Come back anytime. You don't have any appointment. Normally, those factories, if people want to come and check, they have to fix a day, correct, for you to come and check. So this Mr. Xu, who's a person in charge of the environmental, shared to me, he's not a distributor, but he's a customer. He said he loved Amway products so much. He loved the system of Amway so much. He said, do you know, when I received the card, he was so touched. Normally, people were giving a certain time to go back and check the factory, but he said, anytime you can come. That means every time, whenever you come, Amway is the same. So you look at if you listen the story, about the Amway. Before you're doing the Amway business, you must have confidence. Otherwise, the second step, you listen some of the negative things in the market, then you'll fall back. True enough. So when we started the business, nobody tell me the story. But what make us persist? Because we have a goal. We want to make something happen. Like Nicholas, he said, let's say, for example, I think I meet him, I say, you work hard, you try out in the Amway business. One day you're going to quit your job, I challenge you. And I'm very happy to see he's here. See, give him a big hand. Oh, yeah. Right? I remember. If you work in your job, right, in your work, for many years, you keep bored. Try out Amway. Don't look down on him. You see, but you have to master the skill of the products. Okay. Now, the product selling, I'm not going to share with you how to sell, but actually selling the product is very simple, very easy. The only thing, actually, you're sharing your expression, your feeling about the product. You're selling the belief of the products. Okay, you have to believe it. Then only you can tell. Now, second thing, you must know the company, the purpose of the company, because of what of offer this business opportunity, unique opportunity. Okay, look back at direct selling. There are a lot of direct selling in the markets. In Malaysia, we call the kingdom of direct selling. Do you know what's kingdom of direct selling? Now, you may see that in England, there are a lot of direct selling. Do you know how many direct selling in Malaysia? It's more than 2,000. A small country. And only 30 direct selling are legalized. Okay? Those are not registered. Everything, they go for direct selling. And surprisingly, people who want to start off with direct selling, a lot of people go to Malaysia first. Start off there. Why? Because a lot of people, they wanted to be, you want to come up with a direct selling company. The reason is what, collect cash money, easy. And some of the directors, they say 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 partners, they come in with some money, start with direct selling, he got no experience. So he went to the